One of the most exciting features in Toca version 7.10 is our first generative AI feature, which we're using inside of the data processor action. This is going to hopefully be especially useful if you're picking up a project from someone else, or it's something that you yourself did a while ago and you just want to get a quick understanding as to what the data processor is doing in that flow. So let's have a look at this particular example and see what it can do for us. So here we're bringing in some financial data in the form of a CSV, and the first thing we're doing is converting that into a table, as we can see. Next, we're then setting ourselves an API token and using that to call the API layer API to get an exchange rate between US dollars and British pounds. We're then getting that exchange rate and converting it into a number type so that we can use it in various calculations later. And then finally, we hit our data processor, which is manipulating our table data in a number of ways. And this is what I'd like to understand personally when I'm hopping back into this project. So clicking on the data processor and heading into the designer, we can have a look. On the bottom left, we can see we're bringing in our two inputs, our financial data table that we converted from a CSV, and our equation result, which is that exchange rate that we got via API and then converted into a number type, as we can see on screen. Along the top, we can see we have a number of nodes that manipulate this information in a number of ways. Now, I could spend time stepping through and trying to understand exactly what it is I'm doing and why, or I could use this handy new button on the right-hand side of the screen. Hovering over it displays Summarize this flow, and clicking on it opens up our TocaBot AI, which is going to perform a generative action to show us exactly what is going on in each of those nodes. And as we can see, fairly quickly, it's provided us with a general overview as to what this is doing inside of this data processor. So it's removing a column at the index 6. It's then going to remove plus and percentage characters. It's going to multiply everything within a particular column by our equation result value, which is that financial data being times by our exchange rate, so we convert it between US dollars and pounds. We're then going to insert our new US dollar column into our table again, update the column names so that they are formatted correctly. Epic name is an example. We're going to also multiply another column, which I believe is going to be one of our day change columns, so that we get an accurate percentage based on our new exchange rate. And then we're also going to insert that back into our table before rounding everything off to 2 decimal places. So with that understanding, if we look at our final data, we can see that that's exactly what it's done. It's removed plus and minus characters. It's also removed a column that we didn't need, which previously was called unnamed 5. That's now gone. And we can also see we have 2 day change columns, one of which is relating to our regular percentage and one is using our exchange rate to calculate a new one.